What's good, y'all? It's your girl, TT from ttjasmine.com. Today, we're talking about preparing for greatness, being intentional about your time. Now, I've been talking a lot about what you need to do, how you need to prepare, how you need to stay the course. And I want to let you know that it's probably going to take a lot of time up front to become great. But when I say upfront, I mean consistent practice, meaning 6 days a week you work towards it, and on the Sabbath you rest and glorify God and all of that. But being intentional about your time, you have to set aside blocks of time every day. It has to be a daily thing, because Olympic athletes don't train when they feel like. They have a regimen and they got to stick to it because the competition is fierce. You know what I mean? If you want to become a doctor, you don't go to class when you feel like. You don't read when you feel like. You go to class and you read. Otherwise, you're not going to pass your exams. Engineers don't start tinkering with machinery overnight. Like, they start somewhere and they build up. So it's a process. You have to build up to it. And if you don't practice how you have the expertise you need, because really expertise is being able to do something complicated in the shortest amount of time with the greatest maximum ease with the least possible effort. So someone who has been repairing race cars for 20 years has a lot more experience than someone who's been doing it for 6 months. But the guy who's been doing it for 20 years, his day one started somewhere. So if you believe that you are currently in the preparation phase, or if you believe that you have been created for greatness, or if you believe that there's greatness inside of you and you don't know how to pull it out, hear me clearly. Set aside time every day. Make a map, a calendar, something. Get yourself a planner and be like, okay, for X number of hours every day, I'm going to focus on ABC. And you have to stick to it. You have to stay the course. You have to be intentional. Otherwise, you're not going to reach the pinnacle of your existence. You're not going to be as good as you could have been. You're not going to be as great as you could have been, because you failed to put in the time. You need to put in the time. In this day and age of instant gratification and instant connection, we expect that great things are instant, but they're not. Even when they look instant, they're not. When people get their lucky break, we're like, oh, they got a lucky break. Do you realize how many hours they have spent in preparation so that when that opportunity rolls around, they can jump on it? Do you realize how long it takes? Okay, when people read my blog, they're like, oh, you write so well. And I'm like, thank you. But I've been writing since I was a teenager. And when I don't write for a long time, I can feel it. It's I'm like, I need to write soon. I need to do something, because my expression is getting stiff and it's not as colorful as I want. It's not as vibrant as I want. It's not as alive as I want. It's like your prayer life. If you don't devote hours getting to know God, how are you a child of God? How are you going to know Him? How are you going to build a relationship with Him? If all you say is hello, good morning, goodbye, come on now. Stop it. You have to be intentional and you have to be focused. What that means is that you cannot have Netflix on in the background and expect to become an expert in 3 months. You need to shut down the distractions, okay? You need to be able to identify your distractions and shut them down and be very clear. What am I setting out to achieve? Even if you don't know what your overarching vision is, or even if you don't know exactly where you're headed, get ready so that you can be ready when you know what's going on. I remember I was talking to my best friend and I was like, I just want to prepare. She was like, prepare for what? I was like, at that time I didn't really know where I was headed with life. I had recently rededicated my life and I had pivoted away from talking about certain stuff on my blog, and I had changed my occupation. So I was like, I have no idea where I'm headed. What I do know is that I need to put in the time to be ready. And now that I'm making YouTube videos, I spend time watching other YouTube videos. I spend time watching sermons and motivational speeches and talks and presentations, because it's a learning process. Because now that I'm putting myself on camera, I need to see other people on camera and see how they do it, because I'm not trying to copy them, but I'm just what is out there because then it informs my thinking. It's like, okay, do you want to put text in your video? Do you want to put music in your video? Do you want to have an intro and an outro? Or do you want to just like do like I do, like shoot and publish? You know, like I do one take is all I got. You know, I do one take and I put it up. So I better be looking good. I better have my diction on point. I better know what I'm doing, what's going on, because once it's done, it's done. There's no, oh, take two. No, fam. No. Ain't nobody got time for that. You know, so, but every day I'm thinking about, okay, what do I want to say today? And how can I be useful today? And all of that. But I got to this point because I spent years like consuming content, like I said in my last video, like books and blogs and writing. I must have spent years just writing in my journal every day, like just getting my thoughts on paper and like working through what I felt and working through what I wanted to do. And because of all that preparation, now I can put it on the camera and be like, what's up, y'all? It's your girl OTT. How y'all doing? You know, I can do that because I have done the prep work to get here. I was focused and intentional, so I didn't necessarily know where I was going, but I wanted to be ready when I got there. So you may be watching my videos and you may be like, that's great, but I don't know what my vision is. I don't know what my purpose is. While you are in waiting, what are you doing? How are you building the habits that will stand you in good stead when you do know what your vision is? Because sometimes your vision comes through action. You put yourself out there, maybe you're volunteering, you're ushering at church, you're in the choir, you're doing something. You are being about your Father's business. So you're doing something. And then you realize, you wake up one day, you have a dream, you have a vision, or you're praying and you get answers to your prayers or whatever. And you realize that, okay, this is what I'm meant to do. You will still need to prepare for it. So why not start now? Don't wait until you have the blueprint for a cathedral in front of you before you get ready to lay your foundation, because a foundation is a foundation is a foundation. So you don't have to wait until you can see all the pieces of the puzzle, and you don't have to wait until you know exactly where you're headed and exactly how long it's going to take you and exactly who's going with you. Then you're going to be waiting a long time, and time will be passing you by. And you guys, we have got to be intentional about our time. You don't want to wake up one day and be like, 10 years of my life have gone by and I have nothing to show for it. Because it doesn't have to look like everyone else. It doesn't have to have the flavor of the world, but it does need to have your energy built into it, and it does need to have like your effort built into it. You know, you don't necessarily have to be a tortured artist. You don't have to be like, I bleed on the page and this and that. No, but you just, like, you need a work ethic, right? You need a solid work ethic. And this is something I have struggled with. It's something I still struggle with. So the struggle is real, you guys. Like, I'm not just saying like, okay, this is what you need to do. I've already done it, so I don't have to do it anymore. No, like, the fact that I'm making videos now doesn't mean I can stop writing and stop preparing and just be like, yeah, it'll take care of itself. No, it won't. No, it won't. Your greatness is counting on you to prepare. Your greatness is counting on you to be ready. Your greatness is counting on you setting aside hours every day. And if you have a 9 to 5 and you're like, I don't have hours every day, do you have 30 minutes? Do you have 15 minutes? Do you have 45 minutes? Like, it's setting aside the same block of time every day. Like, this is dedicated to XYZ. This is dedicated to this project. This is dedicated to my future. This is moving me forward. This is propelling me forward. I may be crawling now, but soon I'm going to be walking. Then I'm going to be running. Then I'm going to be leaping. Then I'm going to be flying. Then I'm going to be soaring. But before you get there, you need to build your launch pad so that once you know what you're doing, it's go time. Okay, so this is OTT from OTTJasmine.com. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, like the video, share the video, ask me your questions, comments, and I'll see you soon.